Good morning and welcome back to the Angry Pool Man channel, where we learn how to treat our pool and our pool man. Today is Monday. How'd your weekend go? I actually feel really good. I was very productive. Washed all three, well, I just hosed down Vader. But anyway, we're here at LinDuck Field, and if you were watching last week, I had planned to do a filter clean here, and it was completely, there was a bougainvillea who's completely overgrown over the filter canister. So what's one of the biggest deals one of the tenets of how I run my business is communication. So I talked to the homeowner, actually just sent him a text saying, hey, could you have that cut back by the gardeners? And I just spied a little peek over there, and we are ready to go. So it is a Pentair, a really much older, I'll get the model number. It's very similar to a Purex, but let's go over there and get our filter clean started. We'll pop the top, and then we're gonna do our filter clean right out here in the grass because there's a hose really close. Okay, so we're here back at the equipment, and if you remember last week, this bougainvillea was completely in front of our filter canister. So look how nice that has been done. And wow, if the homeowner is watching, I want to express my sincere thanks. So let's get to this. So this is a really old Clean and Clear Plus. Let me see. I don't think this is a DE. This is a cartridge filter. So once again, no diatomaceous earth. I'm going to put the helmet cam on, and let's pop the top. Okay, so we're here to just ready to get this thing started, and let's check our filter timer here rather, and we're hours away from this going on. So I could turn off the power here, but that actually turns off our clock. Just make sure you don't have the top off when this goes on. Okay, make sure. Okay, your power management is a major deal. So let's put our gun on here. I've already bled all our air out. Don't lose the washer. All right, so let's put it all right here. And then this is the reason I bring my little pry bar back here. Let's let that rest. All right, here we go. So we'll just put this right over here. Okay. Once again, Pentair, please build handles on your filter canister lids. Okay, so here we go. Just like the last one we saw here, and our band immediately, or excuse me, our O-ring immediately falls in. We'll be lubricating that with silicone. Okay, so we'll take our manifold off. We're gonna, actually that's pretty clean. I'm gonna leave that right here. And then I'm gonna walk out all four of these guys out to our designated area. Okay, so we got this whole thing set up here. We got our remaining three, and as per usual on this channel, when I do filter clean videos, we're just going to do one cartridge, and you just repeat it times 4. So I have this is all homeowner stuff here. This is okay. I think the pressure's pretty good. I have it on jet, and let's just get it clean. We go top to bottom. I love leaning it up against a tree here because then I'm just using gravity and I can stay away from it and not get so dirty. Now, not what I would really call great water pressure, but let's see if I can do a little restriction. No. Oh well, it kind of sucks. So let's see, maybe let's try it on a different setting. Flat, I've seen. Yeah, I'm not really in love with that. So I'm going to go back to the the jet actually. The technique is just to, sectioning it off into little quadrants here, and I'm going to just do a little half or quarter turn or whatever that is and move on here. We can see a before and after thing going on here. So right here, I do this twice. The world keeps spinning. Wow, pressure really sucks. I wonder if there's a kink. Usually these hoses don't kink up, but maybe they're taking showers or something. Okay, so I'm going to take this down here and put it next to the truck just because I can stand them up here. But yeah, those are nice and white and clean. So, and if I need to do any little touch up on them and hit them again or something, I'll do that. Definitely don't want to be putting back dirty cartridges, but okay, so I'm going to go grab the others. Okay, so this is what our quartet should be looking like. Bone white, yeah, and then when you can't get them bone white like this, it may be time to replace if they are torn or anything like this, like they are at the demoralizer around here, around the rubber, they probably need replacement. These are looking good, and let's put them back. Okay, I had to go to the truck and fetch the magic lube. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do, guys. Sometimes being an experienced pool guy is knowing what battles to fight and what battles not to fight. Okay, so I just almost lost my washer there, so gotta make sure that that's there. All right, so instead of taking this old style plug off, which I cannot get out, I'm just gonna take these handful of a little bit of dirt. That's all that's in there, and it doesn't stink because I only did a filter clean here a couple months ago. So I'm gonna take all of that. Now, actually, that's an acceptable amount that I'm gonna leave in there. So the plug is the old school style, and there's just no way I can get it off without, you know, risking a leak. And now I'm staying here for hours to figure this thing out and to get it to stop leaking. So I'm just gonna put my silicone on my O-ring here, and it's a pretty tight O-ring, so that fits in there really nice. I just put some silicone on it. Let's put the manifold back, or excuse me, the holder. We'll just put one back, put them all back one by one. Okay, make sure they're all seated. Oh, this even says bottom. Is this really serious? I don't think it matters. I've never seen it matter. Okay. Okay, that was funny. That was the only one that said bottom on it, so, okay. Never really realized there was a bottom or a top on these things, but okay, so I feel good about that. So now let's go over and fetch our canister and make sure our pressure release valve is closed, and then we'll just put it right back on top. Okay, make sure it seats. Kind of do a little spin here. No, I don't like that. Okay. All right, so now our band. Okay, and once again, the knee. I'm gonna push this back. So reveal those threads that we need. We're gonna first get our washer, and then get the brass nut. Careful not to cross thread. Okay, so now that can sit there by itself. And once again, I'm gonna put it on the torque setting, 18, 19, and here we go, pushing it in. Okay, all those parts of the spring are touching, so I never want to lose any of my tools, so I'm always keeping them organized. Yeah, I definitely don't want to lose the other GoPro. So, and this is locked and closed since we're over here at the equipment right now. Let's just take this out, and yes, we'll come back and get that when I have all my equipment. Okay, Pool RX Black is looking like it's pretty much at the end of its life. It's definitely all of eight months old. So, okay, so we're still well before 7 o'clock. And here's our pressure. Okay. Pool primes up so quickly, and our pressure is way down here. Now this is an old style release valve. Could be replaced. All right, let's go clean the pool. Okay, so we're back here at the pool, and I don't know if you guys can see. I'm gonna tilt the camera down. Yeah, it is a wonderful morning. Our temperature inversion is taking place, and that's causing a nice fog to develop around here. God, it's beautiful. Wonderful condition to work in. And yeah, if you move to San Diego, you too can have chickens and a rooster. Okay, yeah, so the pool looks, water looks a little murky now. Maybe it's just the cartridges I just cleaned kind of spitting out what little dust they have. But yeah, these are the same little yellow flowers that we encounter at the leaf canister on Friday. Yeah, see, this is why you don't really want to build that rectangular pool that the pool builder wants to sell you. Now, look, not all pool builders are crooks. Just most of them that I've had experience with. That being said, a rectangular pool is the cheapest to build, and they can mark it up the most. So, but you know, homeowners are educated more than ever these days, and so probably driving that cost down, I would imagine. Although I don't know for sure. Comment below if you're a homeowner that's had an estimate on a pool lately. I would think that prices have kind of come down from, say, a year ago, and definitely from 2 years ago. Okay, so looking good here. Do a little scrub-a-dub. And yes, I know I have to replace that skimmer basket. And so I'm going to use my tile pad to make sure that this tile looks proper. Okay. Yeah, the tile is something that I pay special attention to here because it does really build up based on just the shape of the pool, and only has like 2 return lines, so it's not like this pool really moves water that great. So subsequently there will be some, build up on the tile. So here we go, Telsa 90. And if you're not familiar with the Telsa 90, oh my goodness gracious, I will put a link in the description. But yeah, my life is made so much better from this little Telsa 90 here. So And he's about, oh, I don't know, 5 months old now, and he's still kicking strong. Now this is a consumer grade product that I use in a commercial capacity, so it works really well. Now that being said, at this pool we have our Zodiac MX6, but you know, a couple of the winds up here, they pick up, and that would just be something that would foul the pool up. So yeah. All right, so quick Telsa 90. Emptied this skimmer basket. Emptied the pump basket. I'm gonna go around one more time and pick up what I had knocked off. Just go backwards here. Yeah, okay. Okay, so everything's off the surface of the pool here. Let me check skimmer number 2. Oh my. So more of our yellow leaves. So just unhook it and immediately rehook it. And then we're gonna do our, well, I'll tell you what, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna unhook it, and then I'm gonna let this guy hang, right? So now I'm gonna come over here and unhook that rig. No suction loss, right? That's the beauty of the Zodiac MX6, is you just dump the whole rig, and then you just kind of clean that off, which is super easy to do. Replace it and replace it, and then we're just doing everything in reverse, and then plug her back in. Okay, and you can hear that suction taking place. Okay, so we haven't taken our chems yet, so let's do that. And we sanitize with 3-inch tabs here, but we've been on high cyanuric, so we have been sanitizing with liquid to make sure that we don't go too high on the cyanuric. And just as I suspected, yeah, okay. So we have high cyanuric, right? It's in the high, but it's not very high. And then we have good alkalinity, which is very good. High pH, which makes perfect sense. And no chlorine. Now, once again, I will be unable to put in a tab here, okay? Can't do that. Too high of a cyanuric, and we have a really high pH. And that was one of the reasons the water probably looked so just not right. I knew that there was no. Okay, and for those of you, okay, I'm gonna try to avoid the gloom cloud. Look at that thing, it's no joke. You don't want to bring that stuff in, nor do you want to drop it on the pool deck, because that will stain. Okay, let's let that go away. So the reason I did that there on this pool is because 1, 2, and 3, well, no, I think it's just maybe 1 and 2. Those are the return lines, and that's it. In fact, I'm positive of it, because this used to be a pressure pool. This pool has probably had a replumb like 20 years ago, and that's when the second skimmer was added. And maybe, I think that this is the original skimmer and that this is an additional skimmer, hence the reason that there's an autofill here. So our Zodiac MX6 is running around, he's doing good. I'm pretty sure that we have achieved good mixing. So now I'm gonna take my chlorine, and this is like half a gallon, and I'm just gonna add it. I'm just gonna add the whole thing here. One return line's there, and the other one is right here. And so when I do this, yeah, I'll just hit a little on the stairs. Okay. Okay, here comes the sun. I feel good about this. God, it's great to be out working in this kind of weather before it gets just crazy hot. This has been a very humid week. Actually, we got a light rain yesterday. I was watching the highlights of the British Open, and congratulations to Brian Harman, left-handed. He is the champion golfer of the year for 2023. Those of you golfers, I would expect that you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, this pool is cleaned up, chemmed up. It's looking gorgeous. We have a filter clean, and we can move on. Okay, we are at the Obsession pool, which has been a little while since we filmed here, and that's kind of the dog barking thing. But we were at the Carefree Kidney Bean, and we might have to rename the Carefree Kidney Bean. Maybe we'll call it the Punisher, because that thing is looking cloudy, and something got sucked into the spa. I didn't even want to be filming there, because that was more of a repair stop than a service stop. But anyway, this pool's water is looking awesome. Adult houses and kid houses, they act so differently, and this is definitely an adult house. So let's yeah, anyway, yeah, but so here are our Tims, though. However, I must say they have, and I haven't been adding much either. We have no chlorine, high pH, alkalinity, and cyanuric are good. Now cyanuric, I could actually still add a tab, but we're kind of creeping towards high, so I'll just add some liquid this week and get us by. I think probably about 1/3 of a gallon of acid, and then I'm just gonna brush everything and do the thing. So it's not a big deal. You know, hello, let's speak to our the same thing that we saw at Sector 9 the other day, right? The tile, right? Customer spoke of warped tile. Okay, so now here's another example. Look at all the duck poop in here. I hope I don't fall into a damn pool. But yeah, right here, that white area, that's some chlorine and calcium buildup. Now, some people would say, oh yeah, that nubbin that was there at Sector 9, that was calcium. Yeah, it was not chlorine. Now that guy there, he's probably more chlorine, and that white staining for sure chlorine. Okay, and you say, okay, well, Angry Pool Man, you're over chlorinating the pool. Well, we chlorinate here with 3-inch tabs, and that's just something that's part of it. Okay, that is going to develop whether you like it or not, and depending on the municipality in which you live, the water, the calcium in the water is going to increase that. So yeah, I can't get rid of that without a very aggressive, I could probably squirt some acid on that, but once again, that's at, you know, extra cost. Okay, I feel good about this. The Obsession pool is, you know, it's kind of like Maggie the Boxer's pool. It's not a new pool, but it performs as good as any one that I have. So you just got to go through all the motions. You got to hit all of the flat surfaces. I hit all the tile. There was no chlorine in this pool, so I added about 3/4 of a gallon and a half gallon of acid. I added my acid first, knocked down the pH, and then I brought it back up with my chlorine. So we're looking good. We're cleaned up, chemmed up. We can move on. Okay, we're here at the project pool, and usually on Monday I would say that we're here at the project pool, which is our last pool, but that would be untrue. We have a new customer, so maybe you saw that with the thumbnail. But yeah, you know, somebody commented the other day, their dad has a pool or something, and it's just not taking, dad's too cheap to get a pool guy. And so he said, I'm gonna do what I can to enjoy that pool. Brother, you go out there and you make that pool crystal clear, sparkling clean. You can do it. Just keep watching the Angry Pool Man. Okay, so let's check out our chems here. And of course we sanitize with 3-inch tabs here. And yeah, we have pretty much nothing. That's like a 0.5. But we have low pH. So not low, but certainly not high. Like right there at 7.4, 7.6, which is exactly where we want it. Our Matronics S400, our robotic pool cleaner, this is part of the deal. Just like at the long lap pool tomorrow, we have an S100 over there. Part of the deal is that the homeowner put the thing in, and then I'll clean it up and put it here so they can enjoy the pool and it's clean. And then, you know, I'll Telsa 90 or whatever I need to do. But yeah, I've asked them, put it in the pool the night before or the morning of or whatever. It's totally fine. This pool does not have a side suction. It can't do it. Just like that long lap pool, no side suction pool cleaner. And we're getting closer to another filter clean here. You know, these trees are just constantly screwing us. And if you watched last week, you know, this king palm over here is busting loose. So yeah, I don't know what the fate of this this backyard will be. And sometimes I wonder on how long I'll be taking care of the pool. But you know, let's it's like Hulk smash, but no one's talking about it. So anyway, maybe one of these days I'll have a conversation with the homeowner and we can maybe talk about that. Anyway, I'm gonna get to it and clean it up. Okay, I feel good about this. The project pool cleans up and comes up real nice. Unfortunately, I think that there just has been, these are the valves. There's no valves over here on this pool, right? This pool was probably built in the 60s, right? So I replumbed this when I added this pump. Look at the old jet pump. It's 1-inch copper. That's hilarious. An 1.5 inch copper, really old. They do not do this anymore. So the valves have been screwed with. There was no section coming from the skimmer, and there was no return going to the 2 places where it's supposed to return. Okay, this old pool only has 2 return lines. Actually 3, because there's 2 in the spa. Okay, so there's, and then look at this. This is our return line over here. And if we don't have this action, it's just a matter of time before this pool breaks out in algae. So let's move on. Okay, we are here at our new customer, and our new customer is a hot tub. Yeah, this is all very heavy wood built around this fiberglass hot tub. And maybe some of you might know, this is a caldera spa made here in California. And so, yeah, we're just gonna take off the cover. And yeah, so when I got here on, I came over on, I guess it was Saturday, and the water was yellow. It's just straight up yellow. So yeah, I added about, you know, a large splash, and the water has brightened up. And then there has been another night of use, right? So let's check this out and let's take our chems. Okay, so here are our chems, and we have no chlorine, which is funny because I put my splash in and I took waited 5-10 minutes, and I took another reading, and my chlorine was like a 20. And check it out, there is absolutely nothing in here. There's a very, very high pH, high alkalinity, and high cyanuric. Okay, no problem. We'll just add some more liquid, and then we're going to add some acid to knock it down. Actually, we're going to do that in reverse. We're going to add some acid to knock the pH down, and then we'll add our chlorine to brighten up the water. We're going to use the Telsa 90 to get any little schmutz out of here. But once again, my Telsa 90 goes and does another 25 pools, 27 pools. I wouldn't, for me, I would want my own Telsa 90 for my own hot tub. And I think that's what we're going to do. We'll get these people hooked up with a Telsa 40. Actually, it would probably be better for them. A little cost savings. I think they're $130 instead of $200. Okay, I feel good about this. You know, this is very similar to the one I have in my backyard. little less bells and whistles, and of course my finish is a little different, but wonderful little hot tub here. Like I said, made by Caldera Spas. I've added a little bit of acid, knocked down that pH. I added a little bit more of liquid chlorine. This is a salt hot tub, so our parts per million for the salt is 2,500, which is not enough to make salt. And I'm not going to be adding salt until I take these stairs away and do a real pure diagnostic on the stuff of you know, the filter and the pump and everything that's in there. And I'll make a video about that too. Guys, if you got anything out of this, give me a like, subscribe if you haven't done so, and comment if you got something to say. I'm the original swimming pool fiduciary working for you guys out here in the field. I'm the Angry Pool Man. Guys, be excellent to each other, and I'll see you on the next video.